What is the difference between akimasu and hirakimasu? In this video clip, we will explain about how different and how to use the word akimasu and hirakimasu. The verb akimasu and hirakimasu also has the same meaning, that open. For example, open the door, or open the window, or open the book. So what is the difference between akimasu and hirakimasu, and how to use them? The first, we are going to see the verb akimasu first. The verb akimasu and hirakimasu, we use the same kanji. We use the same kanji in Japanese language. But the word akimasu we can use, for example, when we use in the sentence, you can use with the particle ga. For example, here we have the sentence like door ga akimasu. Door ga akimasu. Door ga akimasu is mean the door will be open. You can use in this case like this. But you cannot use with the particle o. For example, you cannot use door o akimasu. Door o akimasu. In the case like this, you cannot use for the verb akimasu. So this is what you have to remember. And it's the grammar that you have to remember when you use the verb akimasu. But actually, they don't use the verb akimasu. Sometimes they use akimasu, but you should be careful. And the next we will see the verb hirakimasu. Hirakimasu and akimasu, we use the same kanji. But when you have two sound of reading, you can read like hirakimasu or akimasu. But when you use, you should be careful for the difference. In this case, we want to create a sentence like door ga hirakimasu. Door ga hirakimasu. Door ga hirakimasu is mean the door will be open. That means door ga hirakimasu, and you can also use door ga akimasu. It has the same meaning. And for the verb hirakimasu, we can use with the particle o also. For example, we can create a sentence like door o hirakimasu. Door o hirakimasu, which means the door will be open. So it means that when you use the verb hirakimasu, you can use with the particle ga and particle o together. But when you use with the verb akimasu, you can use with only the particle ga. You cannot use with the particle o. So this is what you have to remember, and be careful when you use the verb akimasu. And what is the difference between door o hirakimasu and door ga hirakimasu? Door o hirakimasu is mean somebody open the door. But if the door open automatically, that means they use ga. For example, Tanaka-san wa door o hirakimasu, which means Tanaka-san opened the door. But when you enter to the family mart, you see that the door will open automatically. That means you can use door ga hirakimasu or door ga akimasu. Is what is the difference between akimasu and hirakimasu. And the meaning of hirakimasu is mean you open and you look at inside something. For example, the book. You open the book and you look at inside the book. And for example, if we say in Japanese, nakami o miru, actually they use the verb hirakimasu. But the verb akimasu is just mean you open something like door or something like this. But what you have to remember is mean that hirakimasu is mean you look at something inside, so you open. So in this case, they use hirakimasu. For example, hon o hirakimasu. Thank you very much for watching my video clip. And I hope that you understand about how to use the between hirakimasu and akimasu. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please help me subscribe my channel. I hope to see you in the next video clip.